King said, quote, "Every city in the country has this kind of dualism, this schizophrenia, split as so many parts. And so every city ends up being two cities rather than one. There are two Americas," end quote. You can really connect the dots of 1968 to what King was talking about in 68 to what needs to be in the social, political agenda of 2019. We essentially have not gotten to the root of the problem. As King says in The Other America, the root cause is that we've never correctly addressed racism. That echoes in the headlines we have today within our current culture and social climate as the various isms and schisms that thrive at the detriment to those who have witnessed, internalized, or participated in oppression. And let's be clear, I'm not talking about individual people here. I'm talking about a system. I am not talking about bad apples here. I'm talking about the barrels in which the apples came from. We celebrate Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. not because he was an outlier, not because he's an example of but because he's an example of what we could do. All of us have the strength that MLK Jr. had to do this work. To do this work, we must continue to move forward by demonstrating action. So I charge you. I charge you to emotionally and mentally disrupt what you've been socialized not to notice. This can be difficult, challenging, but it requires you to accept things about yourself and your socialization that you don't consciously acknowledge when it comes to examining what parts of your identity grant you the power to elevate folks who feel a sense of powerlessness. We celebrate MLK Jr. because he had more than a dream. He envisioned what America could be if we only lived up to its promise of life, liberty, and a pursuit of happiness for each and every citizen. So I charge you with this. Stop being consumed by the pathology of blackness. Because for many of us, being black is tiring. Imagine the energy being expunged to own it, to be proud of it, to be empowered by it, to be an example of it, to be in solidarity of it, while still having to educate others why it's worth it. Though we, and I mean minoritized people, are tired of doing the work, we'll never stop clocking in to dismantle the very system that denies us from feeling like we can live this life purposely and unapologetically. So I charge you with this. Consider your allyship to be a library card that expires every day. What are you doing tomorrow to renew your membership? What risk are you willing to take to liberate someone else? Essentially, I'm asking you to know the time and the place to show up, show out, and say less. Show up for us by willing to actively engage in the work toward our collective liberation. Show out for us by honoring our contributions and metaphorically giving us our roses while we are still here, and not when you choose to hashtag on social media. Say less in the sense of acknowledging when you take up space and attempt to displace or erase us from history as you tell it and as we continue to write it. Remember, pain is real, but so is hope. So will you accept this charge, or will you continue to deny? Will you finally begin to defy? Will you embrace the change so that we can finally stop dreaming and actually live in collective harmony? The choice is yours, but I hope you choose growth over stagnation. I hope you choose serenity over chaos. I hope you choose to include yourself by finally including and valuing others. Thank you.